Hello, good morning. This is Dr. P. Athahar, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English and Foreign Languages at MITS, Madanapalle Institute of Technology and Science. Today, we are going to discuss on a very important topic, articulatory phonetics, the basic components of phonology and pronunciation. As far as the subject is concerned, it is not so new to be understood by students, but yet uh, in adopting the subject is still uh, the difficulty in adopting the subject still continues. Hence, I try not to get intense information of this subject, but the basic components which are very necessary for us to be understood and for better communication. So let us understand the general understanding, how we see generally about these phonetics. Phonetics is actually defined as the study of speech sounds. That means when we utter a sound or when we utter a letter, a word, or a phrase, how do we pronounce that? So that is actual general understanding about phonetics. So it can also be understood scientifically as a branch of linguistics. Once again, I need to talk about linguistics. Linguistics is nothing but the scientific study of language and its structure. So it's a branch of linguistics that studies the pronunciation and classification of human sounds with having special attention of how we use our lips and tongue in pronunciation or producing certain words, letters, or phrases. So these organs of mouth have a special attention in the formation of pronunciation of sounds. So it also includes the study of how nonverbal speech is learned, used, and understood. See, today, especially in Indian scenario, students are finding so difficult in just understanding the importance of phonetics. See, it is always in demand somehow, but because of its comprehensive account of language study, students are not coming forward to take proper education of these phonetics, which they will definitely understand once they finish their course in future, and how this pronunciation works better in the better communication, because it is not just happening in and around India, but it is also happening outside of our country, where we are going to dwell with, we are going to work with, because we all know that the now world is as a shrinking village, and in the process of globalization, this speech sounds as phonetics, which involves the mechanism which is called articulation, has become so very important. So let us see if really the need of these phonetics exist. If we question ourselves, why do we learn phonetics? Why do we learn phonetics, and what is the need of speech sounds? The answer for this question is a big yes. Yes, there is a need of no study of this phonetics by teachers and the students as well, because it has become an essential part of effective communication. And also, phonetics is an integral part to be robust in all four full skills of English. See, we have hundreds of spoken dialects across the world. If we keep these dialects across the world spoken on one hand, we have hundreds of dialects spoken in India alone. In India, we have 1,540 dialects spoken. So the pronunciation definitely has its impact on these mother tongues being uttered or spelled out by these communities all across India, where we have all these dialects. So definitely people will have this mother tongue influence on their English language when they speak that. As That's the reason why we require universality in pronunciation. If there is no universality in pronunciation, the understanding, the communication will become so hard and difficult. And you see, you can just understand in the coming pages of this study how this mother tongue will have a bad effect on understanding or communication and such other things. Okay, so apart from this, it is crucial to learn these phonetics because they are on the way to build our confidence, to help us in recognition and interpretation, to help spell words correctly, and they also improve our fluency. So, the first point, what I said, is building confidence. So, build confidence or acquiring or obtaining confidence by oneself is all set, there to develop other any kind of skill in a human being, right? So this confidence you will get once you spell properly the words, and thereby you shine, you polish your language, basically the English language, which is inevitable for us to move ahead, right? So now, let us see the three phrases or the three terms for our better understanding to move ahead. So, phonetics, phonology, articulation. Phonetics, you have already seen, we have already observed that it is a branch of linguistics or the study of speech sounds. And now, phonology is the study of sound patterns that occurs in language. Sound patterns means we have our organs inside our mouth that we have already spoken about, lips and mouth. Apart from lips and tongue, so apart from these lips and tongue, there are other organs inside our mouth, which is also called or help us in which is also called as a mechanism of speech sounds, where these organs will be utilized. So how these organs will help us to produce a particular sound, that is the study of that study is called phonology. It's not so intense or in-depth understanding is required, but you can understand as simple as that. Phonology is just the sound pattern that comes from our mouth. Okay, so articulation, or we can also call it as pronunciation. So how do we articulate or pronounce? It is the way of pronunciation. It is the phenomena of movement of our organs in south, as how the tongue touches, whether the no tip of our tongue touches our alveolar ridge, the hard palate, the soft palate, or the organs inside here, the nasal cavity, or whatever the organs include in this, how these organs work. So this is what we call articulation, the way of pronunciation, the movement of our articulators. Okay. Now, let us have a look on this particular image, what I have, you know, inserted here for your better understanding, organs of speech. So this diagram shows you different organs of speech. So let us start from here. Lips, the front portion, we can see lips are there. The lips are very important to produce sound. Then we come little backward to that. We see the teeth here, and inside the teeth we have this tongue part, and this tongue again divided into four parts. The tip, that is the front portion of the tongue, that is called tip, and the middle portion, in the middle there are two divisions. One is front and back, and then come back to that we have root. So like this we have four parts in our tongue. Each part each part helps us to produce a specific sound. That's what I've been trying to tell you, that it is not something, a theory which cannot be adoptable, which will be so difficult for us, because God has created such organs in our mouth which we can make their help, we can take their help to produce a particular sound which is apt for that particular word. Okay, for better understanding also, and this particular mechanism is being followed all the people who are using this English language as medium of instruction. Okay, for oral communication, they can make use of these organs in a proper way. That's all about. Then we can produce proper sound. It's not a big deal, actually. Okay. So here the tongue shows different parts, and these different parts could be used to produce different sounds. And when we say this oral cavity here, cavity, there's a free space. You all know that. Okay. This is called oral cavity. And when we go little upwards, we see the nostril, that is the spaces, we have our nose, nostrils, the space inside, right? At the starting point, we call it nostril. And when we little go back to that, we have nasal cavity, the free space inside our nose, okay, that is nasal cavity. And here also we have the space which is called alveolar ridge, or we can also call it as teeth ridge. And we have this upper portion of the tongue, after the cavity we have the upper part, right? The upper part, which is called hot palate. The middle portion of that is called hot palate. And back to that we have velum or soft palate. You can touch and sense that it is so soft when you touch that, the back portion of our upper portion of our what do you we call tongue, right? So that is little softer than the one in front of that is harder. That is called hot palate, and it is soft palate. And back to that we have ovula, then pharynx here, and then come down to that you have epiglottis. And when you come down again, a little more to that, we have larynx in our throat. There is a sound box, glottis, so ocal folds. So these are all the parts of our mouth, inside our mouth, arranged in such a way to produce particular sound. Okay, we will see definitely ahead in the diagrams how do we make use of these particular sounds and in our everyday speech. Okay, but before that we have to know the number of speech sounds in English. Okay, so there are 44 sounds in English. 44 sounds, that's all. Just 44 sounds. So when we learn about these 44 sounds, we can utter a particular word in a proper sound, with proper pronunciation. Okay, so 44 sounds. These 44 sounds again divided into 20 vowels and 24 consonants. 24 consonants. So vowels, you must have been learning these vowels and vowel sounds. Okay, let me tell you one thing, that vowels are different, vowel sounds are different. Vowels are only five: A, E, I, O, U. You knew it very well. But vowel sounds, you have here 20. Okay, you need to find out the difference between vowels and vowel sounds. Okay, 20 vowels are there. These 20 vowels are again divided into 12 monophthongs and 8 diphthongs. Okay, so monophthong, thong is sound, mono is one, that is single sound. Also, we can also call this as a short sound. Okay, short vowels, monophthongs. And diphthongs, di is two, right? Where you have the scope of producing two different sounds, that is given as die, that is two thongs or two sounds, right? So 8 diphthongs, also called as long vowels. Okay, so these are all 44 sounds in English, which we need to learn and see if we want to be clear with our sound system. Okay, if we want to be as a good user of English language with the right pronunciation, you have to learn these 44 sounds, right? So now uh, uh, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to take some word examples uh, in which I will show how a particular symbol, this is called IPA symbol, okay, International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA symbol, how this each symbol is used in a particular word and how the sound could be exerted. So that's what we are going to look at now. See, it's very easy to understand. This IPA symbol, before I could tell you the sound of this IPA symbol, I will take you directly to the word here. Example, went. How do we pronounce it? You can also observe my mouth, the shapes of my mouth, how I'm doing here, so that you can catch it very clearly how the sound, how this IPA symbol gives us a particular sound. Okay, so it is went, a. So now here WENT, this is the letter E here, but it is not E here. This is only the IPA symbol. This is only the symbol. Now, this is the word where we have the spelling of WENT. Okay. Here, E is now a wall. Wall. E is a wall, but it is not the sound. Now, what is the sound? It is A. A. So, went. Way. A. Went. Fine. And that's how we make another word, intent. You see here particularly TEND, right? Intent, tent, te, a, right? Then sent, say, a. The sound A is coming in between these letters, right? SEND for the letter E, we are making the sound A. Fine, in this word. So, letter, le, A. Okay? It's not for TE or here. You need to understand it very clearly, right? It's A here, but it is LE, le. So, the vowel sound is at the initial position. Okay? So, letter, A. Next, we come to the next sound. Next IPA symbol. So this is the symbol. You can have you can just look at it, look at the symbol here, and can immediately you can apply the sound here for your better understanding. Before I tell you the sound of this IPA symbol, okay, I spell out the word first, like CAT, 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 okay, hand, nap, flat, have, okay. Here, A, CAT. A is the vowel sound now, right? A is the vowel here. But what is the vowel sound for this A? Is a, right? CAT, cat. CAT, cat. You can say cat, okay? Cat. It is cat. Fine. Now, next IPA symbol is here, and I come to the word example, fun, FUN. Now, what is the vowel here? U. And this vowel U is IPA symbol, and that sound is a. That is fun, fa, a, right? Fun, love, money, one, London, come. Okay, this is how a sound is given to this particular IPA symbol. Next comes O. This is the IPA symbol, and when it is applied for in a word that with example here, PUT, U is the vowel, but it is not a vowel sound. What is a vowel sound? U. Put. Look. See the spelling here? LOOK, but we spell it look. That is U. Lu. U. Look. Okay? Should. Cook. Book. Look. Okay? So this is how the sound exerts. Next, IPA symbol is this one. Now I come to the word example. Rob. See the shape of my mouth, how I'm doing here. You can just follow it. Rob. Top. Watch. Scout. Sauce. Sorry, sausage. Sausage. Okay? That's how we should. Next comes a. A. That is alive. Again. Mother. One. A. Here, THER. In MOTHER, we have a sound. Okay? Here, A. Again. Alive. We can say alive, we can say again, right? So that's how the symbols exist in for vowels which are called single or short vowels. Now, let us see long vowels. Long vowels also with a particular IPA symbol here. How do we use it with words? See the word example. I don't want to take you right away with the sound of this IPA symbol because it may be confusing. Let us make out with word example. Need. N-E-E-D. Need. How am I spelling out or uttering the sound here? E. Need. Right? Need. That is a symbol here. Right? I will tell you why these symbols are essential. You can also ask me, we can directly learn about the symbols, right? In the particular word example, need, we can spell it as a need, N-E-E-D, need, B-E-A-T, beat, okay, T-E-A-M, team, like that. But it is not good to continue with this kind of study because we have to refer to a dictionary when we need to find out a proper pronunciation of a particular word. As we refer to a dictionary to find out the meaning of any word, we have to refer to a dictionary to find out proper pronunciation of a word. So this is how do you refer to the dictionary for proper pronunciation? Unless we learn these symbols, IPA symbols, we can't refer to your dictionary, right? The English words are like ocean, right? There are ocean of words, ocean of vocabulary in English. So it is not possible to acquire the proper pronunciation of every word, as it is not possible for anyone to acquire the whole vocabulary or the meanings of all those ocean of words in English. We need to refer to a dictionary, obviously, right? So for pronunciation also, we can refer to the dictionary, and that's the reason why you're learning this symbols, okay? And these are inevitable. So in need, we have the symbol like this, which denotes double E. That's how they are long vowels. We say little longer, the sound comes little longer, okay? Then the next one comes nurse, nurse, N-U-R-S-E, nurse, heard, third, turn. See how my glottis, working for this sound. Oh, right? I am giving the sound right from my glottis here. I'm not giving the sound anywhere from the front portion of our mouth organs. I'm getting the sound from here almost. So it's nose. Oh. So what is the sound? It is like oh. So nose, heard, third, turn. Okay. Next comes oh, talk, oh, talk, law, bowed, yawn, jaw. Fine. Jaw. Oh. See the shape of my mouth for oh, oh. Slowly. Oh. Right? So two vowel sounds should be executed. So that's how I make my shapes two times. One is simply round and then making it little closer, not totally. Okay, this is the differences. Next comes you, you. Okay, few, boot, lose, gloomy, fruit, chew. Okay, next comes ah, like you have in Telugu also right? The long one. Fast, car, hard, bath, ah. Okay. Next comes uh, we have some more symbols to learn. Is the diphthongs. What we call them? Diphthongs. Dub. Here also we get mostly two sounds combinedly into one symbol or one sound. That is the first one with IPA symbol. Here we see. I think I have to take you for the word example first. That is NEAR, near, near. You can observe that there are two vowels here, E and A, right? E-A. Two vowels are there. But how do we produce sound of this for these two vowels? A. A. That is near. Okay? Near. Ear. Clear. Clear. Beer. See the spelling here? Beer. Another one is also there. Deer. Deer. We cannot say deer. It is deer. So that's how this sounds could be used. So fear. Next one comes hair. Air. Air. Okay? Hair. Air. There. Care. Stare. Pear. Air. Okay? Next. Face. A. A. Phase. It's not face, it is phase. Space. Rain. Case. Eight. Fine. Next. I. 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 Okay. Joy. Employ. Toy. Coil. Oyster. I. Okay. Next comes little longer. I is the previous one. Now it is I. Little longer. My. Sight. Time. You have time. Pride. Kind. Flight. Like that. Next comes ew. 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 No. We say generally no. No, no, isn't it? But it is no. That's how you must have watched in movies, English movies also. Um, See, I don't say it is difficult for everyone. They can just in a general understanding also. They observe, they watch movies, they listen to some news channels, and they will get some sort of understanding regarding these sounds of English. They will definitely understand. But when it comes to the matter of speaking or giving oral presentations or communication with other people from other countries, from other regions and all, it may be it is definitely a difficult thing for us either to understand or to spell out. Okay, so it's better we see all this symbols, we understand with its nature and all. So no, don't, stones, alone, whole, right? Next, finally, ow, ow, mouth, house, brown, cow. Okay, so that's how we make diphthongs, uh, for our understanding, and we can implement that when we speak. Okay, next comes IPA symbol word example for consonant sounds. So, how many consonant sounds are there? 24. So, we have already seen 20 vowels where there are short vowels, long vowels. Those are monophthongs, and then diphthongs, which are double sounded vowels. Okay, so all these things. Now, let us move on to know about the sounds of consonants, that is, other than this A, E, I, O, U, all the remaining alphabets are called consonants, as you know it well. So, consonant sounds again divided into a sort of, we call it as a fricatives. Um, Sorry, I did not change my slide here. So, yeah. So now IPA symbol for consonant sounds. So again, the consonants have been divided into fricatives, plosives, affricates, and uh, then approximants. Okay, nasals. So let us see one after the other quickly. How about the IPA symbol for each letter of consonant? So first of all, it's f. See, it's very dramatic to watch somebody spelling it out as p. It's very dramatic. No, they say perfect instead of saying perfect, isn't it? So it's perfect. It's not perfect. So P is there for in plosives actually, but here for F, they replace P and say, utter the sound of P, right? Which is which is absolutely wrong, which is even awkward to listen to when somebody utters that sound, P for yuff or P or something like that. So this kind of there is no compatibility in even there are many states in India. There are many different people who speak different languages, and they use according to their convenience, and it's not so easy to understand. Okay, so we have to see for this. First of all, yaf is fa. Fa. You can observe my lips. You can observe observe the shape of my mouth, how am I making, and you can well understand that it's fa, full, Friday. Okay. Next comes we. Okay. West, west, village, view. Okay. Were. Fine. Next comes th, th. You see for th, th, thought, think, bath. Okay. Next comes the symbol is there. You can simultaneously observe the symbols here, which is IPS symbol here. I'm just going with the word example to tell you a particular sound in that particular word. Okay. So it is there, those, brothers, others. Okay. Next comes, it's very important now. We are going to see with some more examples ahead with this particular letter, because it is totally misspelled exclusively in Indian scenario. The students, learners in India and some parts of India, I could say that the usage of this consonant sound Z is absolutely used wrongly. That is, it is Z actually. People say Jed, okay? And they spell it as the word. When we see the words, it's Jew, they say. This is absolutely wrong, but it is zoo, okay? It is not Jew, it is zoo. It is crazy. And even it's pity to see that some of our, in and around, some faculty also spell it as example, isn't it? Example, they say. That's how, when you refer to the dictionary, you will find out exact meaning of that once you know about these symbols. Dictionaries are available on the net. When you just search on Google, what is the pronunciation of this word, it will definitely give you with phonetic symbol, or we call it as transcription. It definitely gives with that, and it's easy for us to understand. It's just a matter of looking to it and putting our efforts to know the proper meaning, and then for its implementation. That's all about. So it's a zoo. It's not Jew. It is z. The sound is z, not j. Okay. Next comes sh. That is a symbol for sh. That is shift, rush, shop, cash. Okay. Next comes z. Z. I'll show you how our mouth organs will help us in making this sound. It is z. Our tongue will not touch any part of our mouth, other part of our mouth, but it just glides, freely as it in the air. Then we can give this sound, we can produce this sound z. Okay, it will be placed inside our mouth, inside backside of our teeth, front portion, and our tongue will just float. It will not touch any other part of our mouth. Then only you can produce this kind of sound. Okay, z. You can experience that once you practice that, you can spell it out. Next, H. It is H, right? But we produce the sound in a word like hi, help, hello. We produce it. It's ha, not we tell the letter H, right? It is not H actually. It is not. It is H, but in this kind of words like hi, we produce the sound as ha. But there are certain other words which we are going to look ahead, like honor, right? Honor or Honor, right? We spell it as honor, but it is absolutely wrong. We have to spell it as honor. Okay, oh. We have to take the all sound here. Oh, honestly. It is not honestly, like R, hour, time, 1 hour. Okay, so it is R. It is not hour. Most of our students have been observed uttering this sound for hour as hour. This is absolutely wrong. So you need to concentrate on that. You need to focus on that. Next comes the IPA symbol of plosives. Plosives. See, I'm not going any in-depth study of this, how plosives, what is the definition of plosive, what is the definition of fricative, affricative. No, I'm just telling you the basic things like how can we produce a sound. It is called just plosives. You can just understand it as a plosive, or you can forget about this, which it is called plosive, or it is called fricative. No need. But you just observe how the sound we give, when we speak or when we utter, how will it be? So now it is P. It is not simply P, it is P. We produce some air from inside of our mouth outside when we spell this letter, like P. Okay, B, B, T, T, T. Our tongue tip has to touch the front position of our teeth ridge, but inside teeth. Okay, it will not touch any other part, only the front part. Then only you can give the sound. T, D, D. Again, you can observe just back to the ridge. The our tongue tip is touching just the back of the teeth ridge. Then you can give that sound like D, D. Next, K, K. The fourth position there the tongue touches that. Then we can get that K. Next, G, G. Fine. You also know very well. I can just tell you that you can have these sounds sometimes practiced with the help of your mother tongue also. Like mostly, I know about Telugu. I don't know much about other languages, but whatever it is possible, whatever the way you are comfortable with, you can just practice that way also.